GingerGM.
We can chill out. Now we can chill out, I believe. A little bit. Okay, so the moves are coming. You guys can see the people and play. Okay, if there's any more chess patzers out there which I haven't challenged and you're listening to this, get me a challenge in now. You have to be a chess patzer to play. The chess patzers, I'm going to give you their website and then I'm going to play some chess because I need to concentrate on their games. This is their website, as you can see there. And right, I'm going to play against you as well there, sir. Okay, so let's just get cracking. Right, so E3. Now, this is the Dutch, so I'm going to take the moves. Now, we have against Chess Patzer France here. We have a dragon. We have here against Bjorn, who I've done lessons with. We have a French advance, so I'm going to play the advance. In this position, I'm playing against the French advance, so it's a bit of a turnaround. And I know JT, you know, this is the main guy of the chess patzers. I'm going to play C5. Now here, okay, Chess Patzer France has gone F3. Now I think a good move against this is E5, so I'm going E5. Bjorn has moved again here, so the moves are coming. Chess Patzer South Africa, I'm doing the black line, so one of my favourite openings. Blazero has let Harry cause a lot of damage here. Look at Harry go. And against Chess Patzer UK, we have this. Okay, now it will calm down soon. Let's just get the openings out of the way. Now, I think what happens is when I get the moves coming, basically I get a notification. So I don't like Blazero's position here. This looks very weak. If I can get a bishop to attack that pawn, I'm going to get a very good position. So I'm going to take over the centre there. Now here my opponent's played a very weird knight idea. He's moved his knight all around to G6. So I could keep chasing it at the moment. And you know what I'm going to? I'm going to try to punish him. Now we have, like I say, the advanced French here. I'm going to play a gambit line. I'm going to play bishop D3. And now we have Chess Patzer South Africa. Okay, I just got to take on this guy as well. It will calm down in a minute, guys. It will calm down in a minute. Come on, you've got to make a move here, ACM. You've got to make a move. Otherwise, you're going to be timed out. Hello, Gibraltar. I've included some other people. I'm going to show you now the list of people that I'm playing. And like I mentioned, if there's any chess patzers watching this who I agreed to play, you will have to challenge me because, as you can see, my time is going down. I don't know who I'm playing or what's going on, as usual. Okay, so, right. Take a chill pill, Simon. Whew. I'm now just going to relax. These are the players I'm playing. We're trying to make this a regular thing, and I need to gain a little bit of time on the clocks now. But I have enough time just to take a deep breath. Now, I'll tell you what we could do. I'm going to give you, in the chat, someone can help me out here. I'm going to give you a list of all the chess patzers I was supposed to be playing. And you can check on the list there. Someone do me a favour. You can check on the list whether all those guys I'm playing. If there's someone missing, let me know, because I want to give everyone a chance, everyone a game. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat to do that. At the moment, I'm only playing against this posse, this big and bad, dangerous posse from around the world, the chess patzers. But if this works, then we will try and make this a regular thing. Now, I'm just going to blitz out some moves in some of the games. You can see at the top. No, that way. No, that way. What am I doing? That way. You can see at the top over there. Basically, you can see the names of the people I'm playing. So you can even place your bet on who you think is going to do well against me. I'm offering a prize of 2 free DVDs to anyone who does do well against me. And I'm at the moment just going to try to now get a bit of time left. Chess Patzer India. Thank you, UK Geek. Am I missing out Chess Patzer India? Am I? He's not there. Is everyone else there, UK Geek? Thank you for the help. Because if Chess Patzer India is not there, I'm gonna challenge him. But I have sent him a couple of challenges. And do let me know if there's anyone else missing. Okay, right. So what we're doing here, Bjorn is playing quite quickly. And I'm now going to offer this pawn as a sacrifice. So in this position, I'm now going to grab this bishop, because this bishop in the French defense is white's most dangerous piece. So the way I'm going to grab that, I'm going to just try to explain my ideas as much as I can, guys, but I might run out of time, is go pawn takes pawn and then try to get my knight to this square. If I get my knight to this square, I can grab that bishop. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we have a Dutch defense against Wales. And in this position, it's really about taking control of this diagonal and this square that I've highlighted. So I'm going to get my bishop there to do that. In this position against South Africa, against Byron, is that right? Byron's taken on e5, so I'm just going to take back. Here, I'm going to try to kill Blazer Rowe quickly. Are you ready, Blazer Rowe? I do love Blazer Rowe. I do love Blazer Rowe because he's been a great supporter. But here, I'm going to try to kill him. If that bishop can get to g6, boom! So we're going to go for Boomtown there. Okay, in this one, my opponent has taken on f3 with a check. So I'm going to bring my queen out and take there. Now let me just check. Chess Patzer India and Chess Patzer YST are missing. So I'm going to challenge them in a second. Let's do that now. So Chess Patzer YST, this is the last time I'm going to do this. I'm going to send the challenge out now. And we're going to see if we can get them a game. So let me, because I don't want to miss anyone out. And I'm going to try to do that now. So I'm just setting this up, guys, again. It's a good thing we got increment in this, otherwise it would be extremely hard. So I'm sending a challenge out now to Eleanor, and we're going to see if we can get this. I'll make it unrated. Okay, I've sent that challenge out. If it's not accepted, that's the last time I'm going to do it. And it is accepted. Hello, Eleanor. Good stuff. And I'm also going to send one out to... Okay, I've got to make sure I play a move there. Come on, Eleanor, play a move. And I'm going to send one out to Adam Rayoff. I've never known how to do your surname, Adam. I'm very... You've got to play a move, Eleanor. You've got to play a move. Get a move in, please. Because otherwise it's going to... Okay, well done. I'm going to play that. Okay, we've got another one going. And the last one I'm going to go to... Breathe. Breathe with me. Drew. Is India. Okay, and then I'm going to play a lot of moves, gain some time, crush all the chess patzers, and live happily ever after. So the last challenge I'm now sending out is to Adam, and that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna have a sleep. Okay. Oh, we have them. We have Adam in there. Yes. Play a move, Adam. Oh no, it's 10 minutes. Oh my words. Sorry, Adam. I'm gonna now. Okay. Send you another challenge, Adam. But this time we're gonna make it the right time limit. And then I've got everyone. Cool. Have I actually done it then? Have I actually done it? If you're still here, unbelievable. 30-30, unrated, play. Okay, let's do that. I might have missed a sub or two. Sorry. Thank you, Passporn, and everyone else who has subbed. I think you can see why I probably missed a sub. Things have been a little bit hectic. So I'm now going to gain some time. Okay. Where is Chess Patzer India? Did he take the challenge? No, I've sent you one there. Okay, so I'm going to go through the list. What a mental idea this was. Okay, right, I'm going to try checkmate here. So I'm going to actually flick this one in. Okay, now we have JT. I have 21 minutes here. I want to win this bishop, so I'm going to put my knight there. We have a very symmetrical position here, so I'm going to try to put my pieces on the most active squares. That means I like the bishop there. Okay, Chess Patzer UK, I'm going to win the bishop. Here against Swansea, I'm going to play the black line. Against Australia, I'm going to go for, well, Tigers Modern. Okay, H3 here, I'm just going to break the pin. Against Blazerow has defended against my threat of this one. That was a good move from Blazerow. So can I... Okay, I'm going to go for some tactics. Rook takes H7 with the bishop coming here. That looks dangerous, yeah? Let's go for that. Chess Patzer India, I'm going to send you the challenge one more time. And then I'm going to have to concentrate on the chess. Otherwise, I will not be able to play any of these games. So get ready, Chess Patzer India. I'm going to send you it again. Look out for the pop-up notification. It will come along. And I'm sending you that now. Okay. And the last thing I need to do is now show you the complete list of who we have playing. so you can keep an eye on them as well. And Chess Patzer India, we are playing. All I really wanted was white against you, Adam. Very crafty manoeuvre from me. And there we go. That is the full list set for Chess Patzer India. And now we can play some games. Thank you for, by the way, Past Pawn, thank you for the sub. 5 months in a row is very kind of you. So that's really cool. Thank you for that. Now I better concentrate on the chess now, guys. I'm now going to try to bring my pieces out. Now, how do I do that? Let's play the normal French defense move. Put the queen here to attack these 2 pawns. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now, my opponent's put his knight on a3 here. I think I'm just going to simply castle, get my king safe. My opponent's played one of the best opens, the London system here. Now, I think a good line against this when you play the Dutch is fianchetto the bishop, so I'm going to do that. This game against Blazerow is just absolutely mental. I took on h7 with the idea of taking on g6, so I'm going to take there. Now, my opponent here is trying to block things up, but my idea in this position is to really go for the f7 square. The reason I offered a pawn sack is that when I now play bishop to c4, I'm going to have threats of coming through and checkmating. So I'm putting pressure on f7. Okay, now here it's all about the e4 square, so I'm happy to swap off the knight, which is guarding that square. Did I abort our game? Did I pernod? I didn't mean to. So give me another challenge and we'll play again. I apologise for that. It was a mistake. As you can probably tell, things are a little bit hectic. Okay, in this position, Chess Patzer Spain has taken on e5, so I'm simply going to take back on e5. Now Bjorn has grabbed the pawn on d4. Now this is the gambit line where I'm going to try to entice Bjorn's queen into the middle of the board a bit later on. So okay, sorry ACM, I'll give you a game there. So now I'm just going to play this move because then the knights come round. Okay, and one more thing I'm going to do, because now we have the full list of people playing, so I'm just going to capture that. And I think if someone wants to check in the chat, there is no one now missing, and this is the list of players who I'm facing in this. It's going to be quite a quick simul today. I'm just going to give you all now. Oh no, okay, that's right. So this is who I'm playing. Okay, so knight c4, my opponent pressurizing e5. Now I'm going to defend it with the rook, because then my knight can try to come back to f8 and then come to g6, and that's a good square for a knight because then it can come in here to attack. So I'm gonna go rook to e8. This one could be very sharp from the Chess Patzer across the water over in Australia. What kind of accent was that? I don't know. So I'm just going to castle here, and this is madness. This Blazerow, what is going on here, sir? Your king is here. Well, I have to play e6, don't I? Can I bring the queen in? If I go queen there, he goes e6. Or do I just take the rook? What do I do? Okay, I'm just going to take the rook for now with some ideas. Here, my opponent is trying to get a grip on the central squares and get a little kind of Maroczy bind set up. What I'm going to try to do is try to get an attack, maybe with a move f5, which is typical to the Najdorf Sicilian. John is saying my accents are rubbish. Yeah, they are. I agree. They're absolutely terrible. I apologise in advance. I'm not going to have as much time to look at the chat while I'm doing this because it's hard. You may have moved Pernod. It goes through the list as it goes through. I think I've got over 20 minutes in each game, so that's okay. But I will have to get you when I get you, I'm afraid, because as you can see, there's a lot of names. Right, now that his queen is there, it looks like a natural target for my knight. So I'm going to float my knight in. Okay, Swansea, I need to play some moves against you. Right, I'm going to go for the black line. Okay, here, sticking with the Dutch. Here, Blazerow, you're such a wimp. You're running away. You're a wimp. Okay, I'm going to give you a check, and then I'm going to pick up your bishop because I'm being greedy. In this game, I'm going to throw my knight into this central square. This is a key central square. I hope I'm not losing a lot of time. Right here, I'm going to just develop bishop out. A3 in this game. Well, I'm not sure why A3 was needed, but I'm just going to continue normally with castles. And after this move now, the line I play here, I try to play e5 in these positions. So I'm going to play my knight out first to support e5. So let's go for that. Knight out to c6. We have now, okay, another London system. So, well, I'm going to play c5 because it's the sharpest way to play. Let's go for it. And here we're back to the Dutch, so I'm just going to castle. And Blazer Row's king has run away. And I'm just going to take all his pieces. So I'm taking there. Right. Now, let me just have a look. I'm going to go through the list myself. So this one. Okay. No, I don't want your move yet. This one, it's your move. Chess Patzer here. Okay, he's taken there. So I'm going to take here. Pass pawn. Thank you for the donation. Now, Yebjorn. How are we getting on there? Yebjorn has moved. And in this position, I'm going to try to go A3 and B4. So I'm going to go through the list. Jason here. I'm going to try to get E5 in or G5. So I'm going to put my queen here to prepare for E5. We have now, what was that? That was Chess Patzer, Jason. Chess Patzer France has moved his bishop out. So I'm just going to move my knight into the game, get my next piece into the game. South Africa, what's happening here? Well, South Africa's still thinking. Chess Patzer UK, I've got to be very careful about this guy. He's one of the better players. I now need to get my knight into the game. I'm either thinking get my knight here or here. So I'm going to move it so it has options to go to one of those two squares. Blazer Row has taken on d4. So he's threatening, he's not threatening that at the moment. So I'm going to give that knight a kick. Chess Patzer Spain is going for queenside castling. Very interesting idea. So in order to stop that, I'm thinking maybe I move my knight. So I'm going to move my knight so he can't castle. Chess Patzer Briz, this is the one I wanted to play e5, Australia, so I'm going to go for e5. And now we have Swansea, black line, I'm going to get e5 in. Okay, and okay, well, sorry, well, that was my first win. My first win. Yes. Sorry that you run out of patience there. It's hard, but okay. So I'm going to count that as a win. Woohoo! Okay, next one here, Chess Patzer India. Adam, I'm going to chase that knight down, and now we're all okay. Okay, so, right. This is the target in this game, so I'm going to aim for f7. Funny comment there. Very sporting assignment to give everyone a chance with the Dutch. Well, I don't know about that. Dutch is a bloody good opening. I think Blazero missed that this knight is actually... Now, he can't take on that square because I'm going to win that knight. So I'm just going to take all your pieces, Blazero. Okay, I'm going to give you another game, ACM. I don't know, I think you might have aborted the last one. Rook D1. Well, do I block or do I move my queen? Now, if I move my queen, there might be a problem with this one. So I'm actually going to block now, put myself in a pin, but I'm hoping this is okay. Right, c3 played in this very symmetrical position. And I want to move this knight, but then e5 drops. So I think I might even chase this knight away, but then his knight comes round towards my king. But so I think first of all I will play pawn to c6, because that gives my queen c7 idea, a better way of playing. Now my opponent here's castled, and a very common idea in these positions, which I'm going to go for, is the rook swing attack. My rook comes round to attack the king, so I'm going to go for that there. Bishop e2, and now here I'm going to try to start my f5 plan. I need to move my knight on f6, so I'm going to go knight h5. My opponent has got this move in first, so rather than move my bishop to any other square, I wanted to get my knight to f8, but it looks like my bishop is going to have to go back here. Bishop c4, main line, bishop e7. My opponent from Spain is developing quickly, so I'm going to cover some squares with my pawn. And here we have that complicated perk position, so I'm just going to take on e5. Did I miss a donation? Thank you for anyone who donated there. Pass pawn. Thank you for the donation. I'm missing a lot today, as you can see. It's quite a hectic thing I'm trying. So anyone who has donated, thank you very much. It's very kind. Cheers. Okay, rook e1. I'm going to prepare e5. My opponent here has taken. What do I take with? Do I keep this bishop open? I don't think so. I want to get my pawn to this square. I like my pawn in the center of the board, so I'm going to do that. Okay, here my opponent is defending against f7. He's moved his pawn, but I'm now going to try to get my knight into the attack. And what I'm going to do every now and again, I'm going to go through the list one by one and make sure I haven't missed anything out. So Chess-Platzer Wales, first of all, no moves there. Chess-Platzer Wilts, we've done that. Yebjorn has taken on f3. So I'm going to take with a knight because my knight wants to come around to his king side. Now Canada, it's still Canada's move. France, still France's move. South Africa, very bad accent, still your move. Chess-Patzer UK here, it's still your move. Thank you, quite sportsmanlike of you. Blazero has resigned. Blazero, you're my first victim. So Blazero there, well, he basically run out of pieces. So sorry about that, Blazero. You will get another opportunity at another moment. Indeed. So sorry about that, Blazero, but I'm gonna knock you off the list now. Thank you for the game. Chess-Patzer Spain is playing quite quickly, and I think here I'm going to play b5, gain some space over there. Chess-Patzer OK from so I'm just thinking about the position, from Australia, my great accent there, has castled. So what am I going to do here? Well, I think I'm going to play my knight into this square because it looks quite fun. Let's go for this, shall we? Attack his bishop. So after Australia, we have Swansea, who's still thinking. And now we're going to go one further down, and this is to Eleanor, who's played c3. And she's playing the London system, so I'm going to grab some space for d5. And going down again, oh, Chess-Patzer India, I've forgotten, we've got to play some moves here. I'm just going to move my knight out, double my pawns, try to get quick development. And in this position, I'm playing my friend from Gibraltar, and here I'm going to go for quick development. Right, now I think the games are now going to pop up with, you've probably seen all of the games now, so I'm just going to, as soon as a move is played, the board will pop up for me. So that's how it's going to work now. You can see all the times. So what you guys have got to do, if I get low on time on one of the boards, you've got to let me know so I can quickly go to that board. So bishop a2. Now I've got to get on top of things here. This is probably one of the most hectic things I've done, but I quite like it. I quite like the high-powered thing. Right, okay, so I'm just going to move my queen out of the pin. Okay, another one here. South Africa has moved his bishop back. And what are we going to do here? Well, I think I want to get my queen here to stabilize these two squares. This is a normal square for the queen. And now from France. France just castled. So what am I going to play here? Well, if I go f5 straight away, I want to do this to get an attack. My opponent will take, maybe play g4, forking. So I'm going to get my knight into the f4 square, because if he takes it, I get dark squares. My bishop might be able to pop out this guy here. So knight f4. Aha, so my opponent here has played a very interesting move. He's gone d5, attacking my rook, but allowing his knight to be taken. Now I have two options. I could take the knight, or I could go rook here, and when the knight moves, bring my queen over. That looks very fun as well. But you know what? Can I resist that one? No, I can't. I can't resist it. Or do I? Okay. Oh, this looks very dangerous for my opponent already. But he might be okay. I should probably take the knight, because I get two pieces for the rook. So I'm going to take the knight. Okay, time situation here. Develop. I'm going to try to move quicker now to gain some time. Now, has my opponent blundered a piece? e5, e4 is natural, but he hasn't because he has a check. So I'm going to move my king out the way. This one, my opponent's defending c7. Now, I could take a pawn here, but I don't really want to swap queens off. My time is getting a bit low in all games. So what do I do? Well, I'm just going to develop quickly. Now, I'm going to play very quickly now to try to gain some time. So I'm not going to explain as much as I was before. Let's gain some time here on the boards. Knight d2. Let's develop. Queen e2. And now I'm going to get my bishop to this square. Here, my opponent's thrown his knight into the mix. I don't like that knight. I'm going to get rid of it. Queen d2 guarding his bishop. I'm going to take that bishop. Castles, c6. a3. Now, what do I do here? Where does my knight go? If I go here, he might have knight here. So I want to put my knight probably on f5. Now, I'm not going to grab that pawn. That looks too risky. I could also go queen b3. That's a nice square for my queen. So I'm going to actually play queen b3 here, because that's a nice square. Okay, this position, d6. So I'm going to get my last piece into the game, my rook lining up against the king. My opponent has taken on f3. Now, I want to keep the queens on the board because I'm an aggressive player. So I'm just going to retreat my queen, maybe somewhere like e7 or e5 is a bit more active. Let's go e7, and I'm going to get my last two pieces out then. Now, does he have d6 then? Oh, let's not put it on e7. Let's put it on g6, safe square. Okay, now here my opponent is trying to come in with his knight to this square, which looks a little bit scary, actually. So, do I have to go h6? I'm going to play h6. Queen takes e3 here. I'm going to take that one because my bishop will open up. Now, where do I put my knight? Well, that looks like a nice square, so I'll put it over there. Nice outpost. Knight gf3. Let's try to get the last piece into the game. e6. Knight g6 from Adam. Now, here, if I don't move Harry, I'm a letdown to my soul, so I have to attack that knight with Harry. Of course I do. h4 coming. Bishop takes f6. Well, I'm a bit worried about this one. I've just seen he has the knight coming in here. Oh my words. Oh, if bishop takes, knight comes into h4. This is one. I got myself in a bit of a problem here already. And then if I play queen d8, he goes b4, and I'm overloaded. Knight here takes. I'm going to have to play it. Okay, e4 played. I've just got to get these two pieces in the game. So let's move the knight to the only square I can, first of all. Bishop g5 played. I'll attack that one, give it a kick. Bishop e7. And now, what? I mean, it feels like my position should be really good here. Can I go bishop takes c5? If he takes to the pawn, knight here at least wins the queen. So I'm going to do that. Okay, now, I like my dart squares. So I'm going to try to use the dart squares. Let's use that square there. Knight d4. h3 played in this one. And now I'm going to put my bishop on a square where it defends my pawn. And later on I want to try to get my knight here and my knight here. This is a standard idea. And this is the one I'm really worried about. I got myself in some opening trouble here already. And this is really dangerous, because if I move the bishop, he comes down here with checkmate. Now, can I defend this one? This is one that I've really let slip by just playing some inadequate moves. I might have to give up some pawns over here, which is not pleasant. Queen d8. I'm worried about b4. The knight moves, knight takes here. So I think I'm going to have to give up some pawns. This is a really bad game, this one. Annoying. I slipped into this one. Lewis is very strong. It's a bit late now, Aldo. Lewis is very strong, and I've got myself in a lot of trouble already. I know you said be careful of him, but I mean, I've just been calming myself down here, and I've got myself in trouble. But I'm going to have to try to give some pawns up and defend here. Okay, so now let's get the pieces in the game. I'm going to move quick to gain time. Bishop b3. Let's get my knight into the square. a4, queen c7, black line, main line. Bishop h4, let's push him back. Knight takes here, have to take. h5 from Adam. He's stopping Harry, nasty man. Well, I'm going to have to use my central pawns here. e4. Knight h4, quite a good move there, trying to take my bishop. So I'm just going to move it back. Bishop g3, come on pawns, let's see you go. e5. Rook d1, good move, lining up. I'm going to go c6 to cover this square here. Now, oh, okay, so Chesspatzer UK is going for an attack already on the king side. I know he's a very aggressive player. So what do I do to stop this? He's going to want to push this pawn up the board. I think I'm just going to go h6 and ask him the question, what are you doing with your knight at the moment? Let's see. queen here has been moved. Thank you, Amadam Killian, for subscribing. This knight is actually a bad piece, so I'm going to try to move it back round. That it's not doing much there eventually, but maybe he has this move. Interesting. Okay, then I have b5. Let's go for this. Okay, rook d1, and my opponent wants to get his knight into this square, which also attacks there. So I'm going to have to get rook e7 ready. Okay, this is the normal maneuver though. Is it okay here? It's a good idea my opponent's come up with. I'm just going to go h6 because that stops any bishop g5s. It's a little bit scary, this one. Getting in trouble in these black lion games. So do I have... I mean, I like knight f8. It's the right idea. But knight here, bishop g5, bishop f6. Okay, I'm going to go for this. Okay, now I open up the Harry file. Adam has played e5. Now, do I take en passant? Open the position up? I think I do. I think I want to open the game up. Oddbjorn has moved his queen back, so I'm now seeing that there's a line there, and if I can get a rook to the c file, I'll be happy. So I'm going to move my bishop and try to get a rook to that line, forcing my knight away. So I think I'm probably advised now to take that bishop, and maybe I'm going to play on the queen side now because my knight here is so good. Well, I've got to remember that this other game... Okay, I'm going to go through the list one more time. Remember, if I do get short of time, please do try to tell me. Because I will probably lose some of the things I'm short of time on. Now, what's happened here? King e8 has been played in this one. Okay, I'm going to try to come in and win some material. Bishop takes e6. So can I take with a pawn and go queen g7 and just be one pawn down? One pawn, I might be able to survive. Knight h7, interesting play from my opponent. He's going for the bishop here. So I'm now going to try and swap queens off because the endings are good for black in the French defence. Adam's offering the exchange of queens. I think I have to take that, but it does misplace his king. h3 played from Eleanor. And now I'm going to try to swap some pieces off quickly. My opponent running away here. I'm going to go for the kill in this game. I'm not even going to take the rook. I'm bringing my rook in here. Let's go for the kill. Queen takes e2. So now I think I should be trying to play on this file. So let's just go rook c8. Adam's taken with a king. So let's get some pieces out. Knight c3. Bishop g5, the move I was worried about. And here I have to play bishop f6 because there's pressure against f7. My opponent playing very well in this game. Okay, and this is a disaster, this one for me. I have to try to bail out into an ending here, which is not going to be very pleasant, but otherwise, this is really bad. I got myself in a horrible opening situation. And what last move here? f3 was played. Okay, so I think I want to try to get my knight to d7, so d6. Knight e2 played here. So I've got to swap a knight off. Which one do I want to swap off? I think I want to swap the one on f3. It looks more dangerous coming in here, so let's get rid of that one. Ending here, okay. Rook c1, this is a battle for the c file, so I can try to maybe attack that one. And now Adam is maybe going for some sort of issues here. So I'd like to castle queenside with a check, so I need to move my bishop, bishop e3. Knight e7, so Bjorn is allowing me to pin his bishop and queen here. That's why I moved this guy, so I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go rook c1 with a pin. e4. Okay, well now I want to make this bishop ridiculous by playing f4 and maybe attacking with g4. The queens have come off. I'm quite happy about that because I know in the French defense endings that should benefit me. Okay, now my knight comes into the game, knight d7. Okay, so here I'm in a lot of trouble. My opponent now pressurizing these two pawns. So I'm going to have to go in defensive mode like I have been, but then he's going to go b4 and probably check and win another pawn. But what do I do? And as Aldo, I should have listened to Aldo a little bit more. He did say this guy is someone to watch out for, and this is the game I'm really in trouble. How do I try to create counterplay here? I think I might even try King F6, and when he takes here, Rook C8, and try to survive. You know, try to get back in the ending. Okay, but I'm low on time. Okay, what was my opponent's last move here? Bishop G4, attacking my queen. So where's my queen best placed? Well, maybe my queen wants to come in here, so let's do that. Queen C3. Or no, let's go Queen D3. I have ideas of Rook D8 then. Bishop D3, let's take that one. Bishop G5. Okay, this has happened a lot, and I had a lesson with Oddbjorn on this, and I think I'm just going to kick that one away. Knight F8. Okay, let's take that one. Bishop H2. Now I want to go G4, but I don't want to allow his knight into this square because that comes in there. So I want to cover this square first. In order to do that, I have to move this knight. So let's move the knight to, I don't know, does it make any difference? Let's move it here because it might be able to come to G5 and help the attack. Got to move quick. Okay, D3 here. I'm going to take over the center. Pawn to D5. By the way, some of my opponents are also streaming, so go and check them out. I know this is fast and furious here. I'm hoping you're getting an idea. All the games you can see are listed here. So I'm a bit short of time on some of them, so I'm going to play a lot quicker now. I've got to. I'm going to try to gain some time back. So I need to win some games soon as well. Okay, here. Now, I'm going to take this one. E takes F4. Let's win that pawn. Rook takes C6. I have to try to get some play on the queen side here. That was a very bad game. C6. Now let's castle. My opponent has grabbed a pawn here. Now I thought I might be able to get some good play against this. But let's bring my queen in anyway. Okay. Bishop H4. Okay, well I think I'm going to simply castle. Knight F3. Let's take that one. Now I've gained an important tempo here, and his bishop is in trouble, Bjorn's, because I have B4 and he has to go here, and his bishop is very dangerous there. Okay, King C7 from Adam. I'd love to get this checking, but his knight does a good job. So can I go knight here and annoy him over there? I want to get rid of this knight. Okay, I'm going to actually move my knight around to this square because I also don't like him if he takes my knight. So let's go knight E2. I'm going to win a pawn. My opponent now threatening to come into this square, but when I go queen here, I'll be pinning that knight, so I'm quite happy with this position. This one I have no choice. I have to take the bishop. Now, simple development here looks good. I'm hoping he's going to be weak on this diagonal later on because his pawn is on F4. So let's go knight F6. So my opponent, a crafty little check there, but luckily I'm not losing a knight because my knight can come back. Okay. Now, I'm hoping I can get enough pressure against this guy here. So I'm going to go rook E8, attack that one. My opponent's last move, C3. So I love this bishop on this square. It's fantastic. But I'm going to develop my other bishop first because I want to get all my pieces working. Bishop E2. Now let's just go bishop C5 and stop my opponent from castling for now. Pawn takes E5. I might even take with a knight here, just to mix things up a little bit. I'm a bit more cramped. When you are a bit more cramped, you want to swap pieces off the board. So I'm going to try to swap pieces off the board here. Bishop B5, putting pressure on my knight here. So I'm going to have to guard my knight. This is good aggressive play. Or do I just give that pawn back and castle? I think I'm going to castle. Because if my opponent grabs the pawn there, I might be able to get my rook in the position. My opponent's not castled, so I'm going to castle. Here, defending this pawn on E4. Now, knight to F6, I'm hoping we'll overload it. Let's consider that one. Considered. Wow, white going for a big attack here. That's a very interesting move. So with the other knight coming there, it's a very good idea. So I've missed that one. Rook takes here, knight g5. What do I play then? Whew, nice tactic there. Nice tactic. I forgot about this knight g5 idea. So, well, I think I have to go the exchange down and play that position. Okay, white closing it down. So I think now my other knight wants to come around for the attack as well. b3. I'm now going to attack these pawns with my a pawn. Okay, f4. Trying to stop my knight coming in. Good move from Adam. I'm now going to just give that knight a bishop a kick. Okay, so my opponent comes back with a rook, keeping pieces on the board. And now I'm going to try and get some play over here. But this position is very, very bad. a5. Now this is mental. What was my opponent's last move here? Rook c8. Do I have rook here check? Is that very strong? Rook here. Rook. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. This looks like a dangerous attack I'm getting. Okay, let's take that knight. d4. So my opponent can castle, but now my opponent has weakened the e4 square. That is a big square. So later on, I'll be able to take control of that square. My opponent's gone f3, guarding this pawn. So I have to play b4 and try to get some play on the queen side. Now, is this check something I have to worry about? Maybe. So I should probably... Well, b4, check. King here, takes, knight takes b4. So maybe I have to go this one first. Okay, now this game, my opponent playing very well here. I fell into a little tactic. My opponent probably winning the exchange. So, nice idea. Very nice play from my opponent from South Africa here. Playing a very good game. So, I'm going to just step out the pin and hope later on I can get back in this game. Okay, now here, everything defending this one, but I do have a pin. So, if I go knight takes d5, queen b3 is the point. So, I'm going to move my king out of this line. Okay. Now, this game again, I'm going to just castle. Rook c1. I'm going to... I really want... Okay, well, I'm a pawn up, so let's just move this knight that's attacked. Bishop d2, trying to get rid of my good knight. Now, knight a2 is very interesting, trying to overload the piece here. Followed up by queen b3. Let's try that one. Bishop e7, solid move. So now my knight is looking stupid. Let's try to find some life for it on f5. My opponent took with a bishop here. Now what if I play h6, trying to get this one, pushing the knight away. Let's try that one. Okay. h3 played. Now I can take this pawn. Can I not safely? Maybe I even take with a bishop, increasing pressure here. Let's do that. Castles. And it's all about this square. So let's move in. Castles here. I'm going to get my knight to a better square. d6 looks like a very good square for the knight. Now rook takes rook. I can take the rook here because the bishop is pinned. And I'm probably going to win a piece on e7, so this is looking very, very good. I know this is fast and furious, guys. It's fast and furious for me as well, as you can tell. Okay, I forced my opponent to retreat here, so now I can push that knight away. Maybe I have some half chances. In this position, bishop f1, I'm going to now come with my pawns. Here they come. And... Bjorn has put the bishop on this square, but that bishop looks really uncertain of its destiny there. Now, is he going to try maybe something with bishop b2 and that? Well, he might do, but I really want to go for his king now. I really want to go for his king, but maybe I'm just getting a bit carried away. Now, maybe I should be stopping this move. Let's just stop it. And also, he might want to swap bishops. So I'm going to... Oh, no. Well, let's go queen d2. Stopping his bishop coming there. Right, now, here, my opponent's pushing on with f5. But I can just move my... He's going to try to come here, but this pawn's very weak. So I'm just going to move my queen somewhere sensible, like here. Yeah. Now, can I take this pawn? JT is offering me a pawn here. I might just take that one and just see what happens, because that looks very interesting. Let's grab the pawn and see what happens, yeah? I mean, the only way to refute a sacrifice is by taking it, so let's go for it. Okay, so king here. Do I have any checkmates with knight to e8? No, his king looks quite safe here. Oh, knight to e8, king here, bishop e3 check, king h5. What the hell was that? Well, let's not risk it. I'm winning anyway. I'm just going to take this one because I still have a big attack. Okay, bishop e6. Let's get my knight in. You can take on a2. Am I worried about that? Well, I could go... Let's go b3 first, just to stop that. Okay, my opponent here trying to fight for this square, but I'm going to defend that square. Bishop f6. I don't want to double my pawn, so I take with a bishop. Bishop e3. And now, let's put the rook here, because otherwise he's going to get his pawn back. King h1, my opponent's last move, so I need to... I'm trying to win these pawns. These are targets, so a4, and get my rook on a8 in the game. a4. Right, so my opponent has actually decided, right, I'm not going to go rook c2, I'm going to attack your knight. So, I think here, I want to take control of the c-file. So I'm going to move one rook here and double with the other rook. Knight e2, so trying to win this pawn, but there is another pawn I can grab there. But I don't need to rush that, surely. Is this a problem? I don't think so. I'm just going to go knight c6 because that defends my pawn, attacks another pawn, and I like my knight on this square. So knight c6. Okay, and here I'm going to go for the crush now. These pawns are really... Okay, but let's... First of all, do I bring more firepower over? Let's bring this knight over. Let's bring all the pieces towards the king. Knight f7. Queen e2, quite an equal position. This bishop is not good. I think I prefer it on one of these two squares, so I'm going to maneuver it. Right, what was the last move here? Rook fd1. You can always see the last move if you're not sure by the highlighted squares. So rook d1. And now I like this square for my knight. Queen d3. And can I take that one yet? Rook takes, knight take. No, let's just keep the pressure against that pawn. Move my bishop back. Now double rooks. Bishop c5, attacking my rook. Okay, I'll move the rook somewhere. Is my rook okay there? We'll find out soon. a5, a good move. Trying to weaken my structure over here. That's the move I kind of feared a little bit. Now I can always get king here. I need to get counterplay on this side of the board. So knight g5. Let's keep attacking this pawn. I'm going to get my queen to a better square now, a more centralized square. What did my opponent last move? My opponent moved the bishop to c4. So I'm now going to take that knight and I'm back in the game here. Got to take that pawn. Trying to fight for this square, but my opponent will always struggle because my opponent doesn't have a pawn that can attack that square. So I'm just going to defend that. Oh, I have a tactic. Knight takes c3. Followed by bishop takes d3, winning a pawn. Let's go for that. My opponent's last move was rook back to a1, but now I can win a pawn, which I will. Okay, now here, I think I can safely take this pawn because everything is defending it. Let's do it. Okay, b4 now. Let's get rid of that bishop. That bishop's annoying piece, b6. And I just want to move all my pieces towards the king, so that knight is coming a bit nearer. Rook comes back. Now, how can I start trying to get some play? Knight here. I'm 2 pawns down here, but I need to try to get play against these. Knight a4. Bishop takes g5. Well, let's open up the Harry file, because then h5 is weak. Pawn takes g5. Okay, now what was my opponent's last move? Bishop here, trying to block off the file. So it strikes me that this pawn wants to get there, but also my bishop here is not very good. So a very normal maneuver here is to get the bishop on this diagonal. Improve your pieces. That's what I'm going to do. Bishop d8. Pawn takes here. I'm a pawn up. Bishop e2, a6, and then I'm going to swap pieces off simply. Okay, now here g4, my opponent's last move. That square is fantastic if I can get a knight there. So I'm going to try to swap bishops off and then get my knight into f4. So bishop e6. Bishop d6. Okay. Now, I think I need to break this thing down here. So I'm going to go f6. Back to this one. I think I can win a pawn, so I will win a pawn. Bishop takes b3. Okay, my opponent is giving up the pawn on b2, so I need to take that one, and he's going to try to get in on the 7th rank. I don't have much option. I've got to allow him to do that. No option. Okay, the bishop's come back here, so now I'm going to move bishop f7, and my knight will try to float in. Rook a d1, and I think I wanted to get my bishop over here, but I also like the idea of going b5, so I'm going to prepare that with a6 to try to advance. My opponent's gone a6, possibly trying to swap off bishops, but after this move, bishop to b1, his bishop here is in a lot of trouble because I get double power against it. So bishop b1 I will play. King f1, I can see my opponent's getting ready to run. So I haven't even done any threats yet, but I'm going to just open up the queen side, the middle of the board, in case he does try to run away to that area, c6. So he has come in with a check. I've got to be brave, and he's going to try to mate me. Who knows what will happen? This could be a fun one. Maybe not fun for me. Okay, so Jax is trying to defend this point here. So I think I'm now going to increase the pressure on that point and attack his knight, rook e3. I'm a pawn up here. I'd love to get my rook to this file, so I'm going to move my queen out the way. Where's my queen? I'm going to move it over here because I also create a threat then. So queen to f6. Last move here was queen b3, attacking a pawn. So I'm going to advance that pawn. This game looked very good for me. I'm just going to take this knight with check and try to checkmate that king. My opponent's moved the bishop back to this square, not liking my knight coming there. So I'm just going to get my rook to a more centralized square, rook e8. King has moved, so I'll get my queen in with check. And here I've just got to keep my fingers crossed and wonder and hope I don't get checkmated. So I've got to, and now I've got to take on c2 and pray. Pray! Okay, so I'm a pawn up here. Let's take one pair of rooks off. Let's win the queen. Rook takes f6, winning the queen. My opponent's developed the last piece, defending against this idea. Adam. So I think I'm going to win this pawn. Let's just... oh, there's a bishop here. I've got to watch out for this bishop coming to this square. That's a nasty idea. So what do I do here? I'd love to play the move f4 now. So let's go bishop e2. The pawn comes here. This is what I'm a bit annoyed about. So I'm going to have to play quickly anyway. So I'm going to move my bishop here to stop bishop g4 tricks. Now this one, the rooks have come off. So I'm now going to put my bishop on this lovely square. I like the square. It looks good. King comes back. Let's start pushing the pieces back here. c5. Get my pawns rolling up the board. Okay, I'm going to take that one, and then if my knight gets in there, I'm very happy. Queen takes. c4. Okay, so I'm just going to get my last piece to a slightly better square. The knight's come back, attacking my bishop, so I have to move my bishop, and I'm going to use this square again, bishop e4. Okay, now I'm going to be brave and take another pawn. Why the hell not? Run! Here I've just got to run. And I've got to run and pray and hope I don't get checkmated. It's as simple as that. Okay, now knight c6 defends the bishop, but I'm going to get rid of that knight so I can win the bishop 2 pieces then. And that will give me good material situation. My opponent's last move, bring the queen over here. So I could go knight e4, but the threat is stronger than the execution, so I'm going to improve my queen, and I'm going to get my queen lined up against that one. I need to move quicker now. So let's move quicker. Let's win that pawn. Check. Oh, God, look at this. Am I going to get mated? I'm going to get mated. Oh, this is a brilliant game. I've only just seen, can you see the mate here? I'm losing this game. Can you see the mate? King here. I've just realised I am getting mated. Very well played from my opponent, who probably is going to win 2 DVDs from this game. I'll let him play it out. If I go here, this one is checkmate. Lovely game. Okay, so now I want to get my knight here, so let's move it there. Rook takes d6. I thought this didn't work because the queen takes here, but I've just realised he has rook takes e4. But then I can come queen back here. It should be okay for me, this. I say. I don't want to get back ranked, do I? I think this is okay. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's okay. Right, queen e3. And now let's get my rook in the better square. Okay, defend the bishop. Bishop takes f2, getting more material, but I still like my position. Okay, threatening checkmate here, but I do have knight. I was relying on this one, knight here. Then he's going to go knight f4. That's cheeky, a cheeky tactic. Do I move my bishop and try to run with my king? That didn't work very well in the last game, but I'm going to do it here. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is so nice. I let him play it out. Very nice. Knight comes in. b5. Okay, well, I've got a lot of material here. Let's win that queen. And my opponent trying to come down here, but I will get my bishop to this better square now. Now, I was wondering, can my knight go to h5 here? It looks really weird, but I like it because I attack g7 and I threaten f4. So I'm going to put my knight here. Now, it's certainly time to bring a piece into this square. I'm going to get... Oh, f2's dropping. I can get one knight here, one knight here. So knight e4. This position, I'm even material down, but I really like my position. And I'm going to put my bishop on this square now so my opponent can't castle. Bishop e3. Now, rook f1 was played. And I'm just going to double rooks here. Okay, now time to attack this one, rook h8. Now, as long as I don't fall for any back rank things here, I should be okay. So I just got to be a bit careful. And I thought queen f8, but maybe queen c6 is better. Queen c6. This one is better, surely. Yes, just got to be careful. I like it. Okay, my opponent's come in with a knight, but that's not great because that pawn is pinned, so I can win another pawn. And now knight to f5. Here, I take here. And my opponent's come over here. Let's ask the question to the bishop. Now, I don't really want him swapping rooks, but you know what? It's time for Harry, isn't it? It's got to be time for Harry here. Come on, Harry. Okay, so I can take this one because of the pin on the pawn. My opponent trying to start a counter-attack over here, but his king looks very weak. So I'm covering this square. This is important. I'm going to get my rook in and try to mate him. Now, this one should be all over. I just got to think of the best way of doing it. Let's try to get the bishops off and get my knight to e6. Bishop e6. Okay, queen comes here, so I'm going to stop him castling. And where do we stand here? Rook a1. Okay, I have to swap. And here, queen b3. Let's get some space on this side, a5. Bishop f4. Just move my queen back. Rook here has been played. Now let's move my queen to here. I say this is a bit of a dim stream and it's not for everyone. Thank you, Chess Bear, for subscribing. Very kind of you. And I'm not looking at the chat much, I'm afraid, because as you can tell, this is getting very hectic for me. And I'm running out of time on a lot of the boards. So I'm trying... Whoa, what happened there? We didn't want that, thank you. So I'm trying to keep on top of things, but okay. So I'm now going to dive in with the queen. I like this. 2 knights and a queen attacking. Lovely. Okay, so whose move is it here? Oh, okay. No. Rook takes here. Was played, but then... Okay, I'll just take off. Okay, rook takes. Okay, I'll take here. I can take here now. Is it... Oh, look at this. By the way, this was a... Okay, I've lost 1 game. And Patzers Spain, I got myself in a horrible situation.
Simon, well played.
Patzers UK. Thank you for the donation. They're very kind, and I'm sure we'll do this again. Thank you for the donation. That's a very kind donation. Cheers. Thank you. I don't know why the donations are not showing up, but they are showing up at the top. I'm going to have to set this. There's some problems still. But look at this. This is a beautiful game, and the winner of the 2 DVDs. Look at how I got checkmated here. Absolutely stunning. Check. Check, checkmate. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well done to Patzers Spain. I'm going to have to play a bit harder against you next time. Okay, now I'm running out of time on a lot of boards here. So I've got to play quick. Okay, right. He's castle queenside, Bjorn. So, okay. I've got to move over very quick now. Okay, I've messed about enough here. Time to attack. Okay, let's double up. Let's move the knight in. This is looking very good. Look at my knights. Okay, now I'm going to swap everything off. And I'm going to threaten checkmate with h4 and queen here. My king looks safe over here for now. Now, I'm just going to swap everything off because it's a simple win. I'll go queen takes. f6. Got to take that one. Ending coming up. Take there. Now, what's happening here? Knight c1. Do I have some trick here? Not at the moment. Not at the moment, I don't think. But oh, I have bishop f4. Attacking these guys. Okay, rook d1. Not the most exciting of games, this one. Let's swap some pieces off. Can't see what else to do. Now, I'm hoping I can get my queen around the back here. But first of all, I need to get my king safe. So I'm going to move my king here. Okay, we have a checkmate here. Queen g2 is going to be checkmate. Let's get that on the board. Checkmate. Thank you for the game, Eleanor. Is it Eleanor? Thank you. Another checkmate here. Thank you for the game, Patzer Wilts. This is going to be checkmate. Checkmate there. And okay, Bjorn's still fighting bravely here. And I'm attacking on as many other boards as I can. Right, Bjorn. So Bjorn gave up some material. But now I have rook takes f7. Looks good. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of the boards that are no longer playing. So I beat Blazerow here. But Patzers Spain, I'll leave that up because that was a great game. Okay, so here we're swapping off, aren't we? What other ones? I'm just checking. Do I have any games where it's my move? Okay, we do here. Okay, so now I'm really hoping that I can get to the king around the back. So I think by taking the pawn, I will weaken my opponent's king more. And I'll try to get around the back. Okay, so Adam has played here with the idea of going here and taking my knight. I'm hoping now I get f4 in just in the nick of time. So let's go f4. This one I'm doing very well. I think it's time to start using Harry. Okay, now look at my opponent's pieces. This is so embarrassing for my opponent's pieces. Look at them. Oh my words. They are disgusting. Thank you for subscribing, Chespat's Wales. Thank you for the game as well. Okay, now I'm going to trust my instinct, and I think knight takes g4 must be winning. Or is knight takes... Oh no, he comes in then. Oh, so he's trying to defend and come round. So maybe I should go rook takes f3 because I need to have this one.
So good of you to
rook
play
takes
in this
f3.
event,
Thank you for the
Simon.
donation,
Hope
Blaze
we can
Road.
have
That's
more games
very
like
generous.
this.
Thank you for the donation. And I hope we can do more of these events another time. I'll probably give myself a bit more time next time. Right, I'm getting the queen around the back. Okay, so my opponent has got a check in. Now, I was hoping that this one would cover everything. Okay, so h4 play, but now that pawn is weak, so I'm going to try to come in and take it. Queen g4. Okay, knight takes f4. And wow, can I have a sip of my drink now for the first time ever? Now this one is a weird one. This position looks very even to me. Now I don't want that knight coming in, so I might go g6, king g7, just improve my position a little by little. Let's do that. King g6. Okay, now here it's time to bring the big boys in. Let's bring this one in. Queen takes g4. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My opponent going for an ending now. I don't really want an ending, do I? But I might have to take it. No, well then the queen comes. Okay, I'm going to move the queen to a4. Ideas are coming into two spaces then. I want to keep the queens on. More fun. Look at this. Oh my word. I just want someone to take a picture of that position, because have you ever in your life seen worse bishops than that? That is my evil laugh. Thank you for the game, Danger WTT. I'll try to look at the chat after we finish, because obviously it's very hectic. I just want to sit and watch this position. This position is too nice. I mean, the knight can't move either. All of these pieces, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this too much. This is just too much fun. Okay, what I need to do is try to get my queen around there and start picking them off. So let's do that. I don't think I care about this one, do I? Nah. Come on. Okay. So right, let's win that pawn. I'll take everything. And is there a mate here? Is there a mate here? There should be a mate. Or do I just bring in the knight? Let's bring in another piece. I like the look of that. I like the look of that. Okay, now here, what's my opponent has just played g6, yay Bjorn. So I'm going to now put my queen here, lining up against a lot of things there. And this position looks good. Now let's move my king up, improving slightly. And here, well, I'm just going to move my queen back so that my Harry can push. I need to defend that pawn. So g6. And, oh, can I go this? Can I take this way? Queen takes rook here. Knight check, king there. Knight check. I think this is going to be winning. My knights are too strong. Knight was too strong. Okay, this one I should be winning a piece now. Okay. Wow, if I caught up on all the boards. I have to say, I think the winner of the prize, though, I mean, there's one person who certainly did better than everyone else. Patzers Spain, you're a hero. But thank you, everyone else, for playing. And you can look at all the games. You know, I'll try to do a bit of a rerun afterwards if I can. It's great to... Okay, so here, I've got two ideas. So do I check here or do I check here? I think I'm going to check on g3. I think this is going to be very good for me. I'm hoping. Okay, I love this position. I mean, I'm sorry, but look at that.
Thanks for the game, Simon.
Oh, that's very kind of you to donate, Patzers Spain. I think I should be donating to you, sir, after you whipped my bottom there. Thank you for the donation. You guys don't need to donate. It's very kind of you to donate. Thank you, guys. But you played a fantastic game there, Patzers Spain. So I would say, I basically say congratulations to you for playing such a good game, which we're going to look at. And you do win 2 DVDs for that one. I mean, the rest of the games, I have to say, are looking pretty good for me now. But I mean, Lewis didn't just win, he actually won in style there as well, I think. I mean, with that game, that was a beautiful checkmate that Lewis put together. And Aldo, you were correct. You were correct, Aldo. He is one to watch. He is certainly one to watch. And okay, I'm just looking at the times. Am I low on time on any board? You guys got to help me out if I get low on time on any board. Oh, well, that's very nice. I didn't realise that JT... I'm getting very confused. But so I won against JT there. JT resigned in the position. I think he is losing here. He's 2 pawns down and there's too much pressure. So thanks for the game, JT. It's very kind of you to resign so early. I'll try to keep all the games up Do I have any moves anywhere? I'm just seeing. It's okay. Okay, we have a move here anyway, so I'll give a check. Okay, now this one. How am I going to win it? Well, first of all, I want to take away these 2 squares for the knights. So this pawn takes away that one. Harry will take away the G4 square. So he's got to do that. That seems to help. Do I have any moves in any other games? No. Okay. This one is looking so bad now for white. So I'm going to pin that knight there. So Jason, Chess Patzer Canada, he couldn't handle it anymore. I think this is my favourite position. Sorry, Jason, I know you're probably not enjoying this. But here, well, at least I'm going to be a piece up now. Right, and this one's very interesting. My opponent playing very well for his rating here. I think, again, I need to get my queen in. So I'm going to try to get around the back again. Just see what he does. Now, this position is looking very good for me, as I said. I'm pieces up, so I'm going to trap his king now with this bishop. Okay, so that could be a weakness I could try to attack later on. But if he does go, he kind of, you know, he could go knight there. So I'm just going to cover that one. I've got 2 bishops, so an ending is good. Okay, so now here, I want to open up this bishop, so I need to get rid of the pawn on d4. And in order to do that, c5 looks correct. Okay, now my opponent's taken, so I take with the pawn. And here, my bishop's looking very good, so let's keep this bishop, shall we? Yeah, let's put it back somewhere good. Whew, dear. Intense. Okay, so now it's all about getting this piece into the game, so I need to clear these pawns out the way. Let's do that one. Let's do that, baby. Let's do that. Okay, so now I'm going to win another piece. I'm going to munch them all. Let's take that one there. And I think the endings should be a bit better for me in this one because I have the 2 bishops. So the other option I have is trying to go bishop e7 and just grabbing that pawn. Is that a good move? I'm going to go for that. I like that because this pawn cannot be defended like my Harry. My Harry is defended by a Gary. His is not. So I'm going to try to nick Harry. Okay, and now my queen does get in. So let's move it in. Now, I have to watch out for this one, but I should, unless I fall into trick. If I lose this game, it will be phenomenal. Is my queen trapped? Have I just trapped my queen? No, I don't believe it. Knight g4, and I've got to keep playing aggressively. I mean, with his pieces so badly positioned, knight g4's got to come in. Let's go. Right, now. This one is tough. My opponent's played very well. I might now... Well, I don't like the ending so much because he can get a passed pawn with this move. His queen is coming in here. This is the problem. So do I have to go for an ending with queen here? But then my pawn is very weak. It'll probably be a losing ending. So I don't like this, actually. Don't like this position. I might have to go king here to stop this check. This is a defensive move now. I can't see anything else to play. Okay, so this is against Adam, Rauf, and I'm now quite happy because my bishops are very good on these weakened dark squares. Okay, so here, well, this is all over this one. And yes, I will grab this pawn. Thank you very much. So defending, I've just got to remember not to move that knight because then rook h1 will win. So, is it time to move my queen out now? Bit passive. Let's open up some more files by taking this pawn, shall we? And now, how do we finish off here? Because, right, I want to get my rook to d1. So I'm going to move my queen with the idea of playing rook to d1. Let's try that. Run, baby, run. He's trying to run, Adam. He's trying to run, but he won't be able to hide. No way, he can't hide. But how do I've only got one good piece, so it's not by any means, it's a long game, this one. In order to win, I need to get more pieces in. Does doubling rooks help? Maybe I will double rooks. So let's put it on the most active square, like here. Okay, should be game over there. Oh, I didn't even see that one. Cool, my first blunder. I honestly did not see that that pawn was on a pre. Oh, okay. Don't worry. Just you know, if you can blunder and only lose a pawn, then you know I think you should be quite happy. So I'm quite happy I only lost a pawn with a blunder there. Right here, I'm just going to get another piece into the game. Rook c8. Nice open line. Okay, right. My opponent. Good move from my opponent. He's stopped my rook coming in on the file. But I'm going to now switch it around, switcheroo. Here, well, it should be game over soon. And, oh, okay, my opponent's grabbed a pawn. So can I come in? Rook here, queen takes bishop. I don't really want to lose this one. So, should be something very good here. What about rook takes here? I think I'm just going to go rook f7. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so Adam moving his knight in, and I think this is the best square for my bishop, no? Let's put it in there. Nice central square. Okay, now here, my opponent has got his queen in, and he's maybe going to go there next move. So how do I generate play here? Bishop c5. He takes my bishop. Am I okay? Let's go for this. Let's go for this one. This looks. Let's go for this one. Trying to start a counter attack. Okay. So now I have got rook b1, which is going to be winning the queen in the game probably. And here checkmate. So this game's been going on for a while. Queen to g1 is checkmate. If you're wondering how many games I'm playing, basically I'm taking on all the chess patzers, this new crew, this posse of chess people that was started by JT, and they're all worldwide, the chess patzers. So you can check out their website. I'm just going to give you a link to their website now, and you know, I think it's a great idea, a great incentive. So go and check out the, you know, you might even be able to become a chess patzer yourself. All their names are next to me here. So you can see the names of the games. This one is another one gone. I'll try to find out in a second how many games we have left. But first of all, let's deal with what's happening at the moment. Well, I feel like my king is going to be better on b2. Because maybe I can go b4 or c4. c4 is the move that I really want to play. Maybe I'll play c4 here. But then I'm a bit worried about... Okay, let's try it. c4. So my opponent's gone bishop to d2. This one my opponent's playing very, very well. But now I think if I get my bishop to e5, that will greatly improve my position. I'm attacking h2 with mate then. So let's do that. This is a better square for my bishop. Is he going to go bishop f4? Well, then I have g5, g4. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so here my opponent is running with the king, but now I can take on f2 with check, which I will do. So that's going to help me. Okay, so my opponent didn't want to get involved with the tactics there, and instead he's blocking technique. So I think I need to move my bishop. And this is getting very interesting here. I've got quite a lot of time left, so I don't need to rush it. If he goes e5, queen f4. Interesting. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now my opponent is offering an ending, but this is a bit different now because I've got this pawn I can take. So I might have to go for the ending, because otherwise he takes here. Right, this one, he's come back, but it's time to get my bishop in the game as well. Bishop here, check, looking very bad for him. And let's take this pawn, going a pawn up. Maybe I shouldn't have put my rook there in the first place. Rook d2. Okay, now we're going to go through the boards one by one. I think I've got enough time to do that. I'm going to close down those boards which are over. And I'd like to thank everyone who has played me so far. So we're going to start with Chess Patzer Wales. And thank you for the game, Chess Pats of Wales. This one was a Dutch where I got quite a good position quite early. You should have, yeah, but thank you for the game, Chess Pats of Wales. Very, very nice of you to play. This one was a checkmate. I was always better. Okay, well here, sorry, just before, I've got checkmate in 2 moves here. Anyone see it? And this is like, I've got loads of ways to checkmate in 2 moves. Queen takes here, king takes here, and then I have queen e3, that's 1 checkmate. Then I have queen d4, that's 2 checkmates. Then I have knight g5, that's 3 checkmates. I then have knight f6, 4 checkmates. Bishop f5, 5 different ways to checkmate at least. Let's do it. Okay, so my opponent's moved the king here. Well, that now gives me an opportunity to put my bishop on a nice square, so I'm going to do that. And we'll go back. So next one, Chess Patzer Wilts. Thank you for the game there. It got quite tactical early in this one. And obviously my queen got around the back there, but thank you. So we're going to close you down, I'm afraid, Chess Patzer Wilts. We're going to close this one down here, as it's checkmate. Yay, Bjorn, thank you so much for the game. Yay, Bjorn. Well, you got to, I've got to high roll it a little bit, haven't I? But yay, Bjorn. I think it just got to look. It's a very tricky opening variation, that one, yay, Bjorn. Maybe we'll have a look at it in a lesson. Hopefully we'll do soon. But thanks for the game, yay, Bjorn. I hope everything's going well with you as well. Now, Jason, this one. Oh, there's another checkmate. I've got this one, checkmate, 1. Oh, this is too fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I missing any more checkmates? I mean, 6 different checkmates. That's quite a lot of checkmates. Which one do I like? I'm feeling so evil now. I'm feeling so evil. I'm feeling so evil. Okay. Knight g5. That is actually a line, yay, Bjorn. Yeah, it's a sacrificial line. That's checkmate. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go through the games again. So checkmate there. That was too many checkmates to handle. And Chess Patzer France is now played h3. So in an ending, you've got to use your king. So I'll probably try to get my king here, then start pushing my pawns. So let's do that. And this one, I won against South Africa. My knights were dominating the board, and I was about to win the rook, but he played very well. You played very well, Mr. What's your name? South Africa, Byron. Good game. I thought you were one of the much better players. Well done. Okay, let's see, who else is it? So here JT lost. He was 2 pawns down. He could have maybe fought on a little bit, but it was very nice of him to resign. Okay, we've got Chess Patzer India, who's Adam Raouf, who's a good player. I think Adam's about 2100 strength, so a good player. And now I'm going to take on 8 here. I have to say, yay, Bjorn, it's it's going to be fun watching the stream, but just to warn you, it's quite chaotic, and I probably don't have a lot of time to, analyse all the games, but I've done my best. Okay, right, well, I think I'm going to take that rook. Thank you very much, sir. This one, we're grinding. I think it's time. There was someone, I think it's Philidor, who said, if you've got a pass pawn, push it. Okay, thank you, Philidor, for that bit of advice. And now this game is still mental. E5 being played. And I honestly don't know what's happening here. I'm going to come into f4. And it's a mess. Very interesting. Okay, my opponent stopped here. Now I've got to use my king. So I could even try to come round like this. That would be a good way to play. But first of all, let's see what he plays after that one. Okay, we're getting an ending now, me and Adam. So I think I have to take that one off. And I have to play something like e5 and bishop f3, because then I can try to get my bishop in. It's a pity 2 pieces can't share the same square. Otherwise, I'd certainly go rook here now, but they can't. That's not. Another thing I can do is go rook here and attack this one. Then he has to go rook to this square. So this is a bad piece. Let's improve that one. Bishop f3. Let's just improve that one. Thank you, Bricks, for subscribing. That's very kind of you. Okay, now I'm going to try to push here, am I? Still a bit of work to win this game. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, my words. What has happened here? My opponent has taken here. Can't what happens if I take that? What am I missing? If he goes knight check, I can take the knight. This is all to play for. Chess Patzer Swansea playing a great attacking game here. Okay. Let's do it. I have to do it. Okay, you're running out of pieces here. Okay, so the bishop comes back, stopping my rook coming in. And now, is it time to try and take control of an open file? Because I can consolidate that bishop with e5. I'm going to go for this. I don't know. Do I even want to exchange rooks? I don't think I do want to exchange rooks. So what else am I doing here? A3 and B4. Let's go for that. Looks very interesting. Okay, this one is gonna. Oh, I mean, come on, man. You may have survived a while. You may. You're like the Australian cricket team, aren't you? You're there. You're just waiting. Okay, now here. Can I? How do I win this ending? This is not so easy. I think I want to try to get my bishop to c5 and push the pawn. Let's do that. Right, so my opponent has grabbed a couple of pawns. What I'm going to do is take the knight, bring my bishop back to e6, because then I get a really good blockade on the light squares. Well, you know, this one, Mr. Australia, say goodbye. You were resilient. Do you know I'm a grandmaster? We do know how to checkmate with an extra queen and an extra 2 bishops. So, see you later, Mr. Australia. Thank you for the game. That was just a, you know... Okay, thanks. That's checkmate. Okay, so here... This is weird, this one. And my opponent is now getting ready to push these pawns. The problem is, if I go bishop here, he will take another one. But I don't mind that, because my bishop gets here and I can try to attack g2. I'm going to do that. Go for a mating attack. And by the way, remember all the people I'm playing, and thank you JT, well, most of the people I'm playing were streaming themselves, so it'll be very interesting to see what their streams are like. You know, I'm very interested to see that later on, to find out how the other guys were talking about their things. Okay, see you later, Jaeger. Thank you. Kokerev, hello sir, good to see you back. One of my favourite guys, Kokerev, thank you for the donation as well. That's very, very generous and kind of you. So, mucho appreciated, Kokerev. Very, very, very kind. Okay, right. Now, I think also if you guys are watching this and you're wondering, you know, how do I become a chess patzer, which is kind of like a bit of a weird one, then go to this website, which I'm posting in the link. And this website here is a good way to give you a link to that. Okay, now I'm giving up a hell of a lot of pawns, but I have an idea. There is method in my madness. Okay, my opponent's gone here. Time to tighten the knot. So check out the website, and I think there's still places around the world if you want to become a chess patzer. Let's say, you know, I don't think they've got, for example, a Russian one, and they can probably have more than one chess patzer as well. So, you know, do check out the website, because I think it's a great initiative which they're doing. Okay, so you're probably all wondering what the hell is Simon doing? Well, I do have an idea, funnily enough. Okay, now I was hoping g4 would give me a technically winning position. Let's see, because I'm going to take this pawn and this pawn with my king, and my king becomes very good. Did I just drop a bishop? Don't scare me, Desert Storm. Don't scare me. Don't scare me. Oh, you scare me there, Desert Storm. You scared me for a second. I don't think I did. Now, I'm going for this one. Okay, this one should be good. I'm going to be 2 pawns up now. UK Geek, thank you for the donation. Very kind. I don't know why. It's quite annoying me. I don't know why this thing here is not showing donations. I'm going to get rid of that for now. But you can see them above, and they are, of course, much appreciated. I'll try to get that sorted out next time. But all your donations, thank you so much for what is a very fun event we're doing today. Okay, that should be winning. All right, so what's happening here? Well, my opponent now is going on the offensive with some check here. But my idea was if he took there, I was going to move my queen into f3 and try to checkmate him. Now, I'm going to take here. This is really interesting. Thank you, Dopey Mutz, for subscribing to the channel. we're going back to the Adam Raouf game where he's trying to win a pawn. Now, what I've been trying to do here is eventually play c5. And I was hoping this will give me an attack. You know, it doesn't look like I should be able to get an attack here. But with these 3 pieces, I feel I can get an attack against the king. So I'm going to just go with my instinct and go b4. Because eventually I want to play c5 and get an attack. So let's try it. Now, this ending should be quite easily won. Just got to be a bit careful. My pawns will come slowly. Now, after king here, does my opponent have any checks? I don't think so. So I'm going to go here, be brave. Well, he's got 1 check here, but then my king can try to come across. Let's do that. And it looks like I have enough time in all games as well. Whew. Now, if you're watching this, another thing you might be interested in, at the moment, there is a sale of... you know, I've worked for chess.com for a long time, and I've made a lot of good quality DVD videos for them, and you can now get all the videos I've ever done for chess.com, which is over 40 hours of videos of me tutoring you on openings, tutoring you on lots of various things, and you can buy that now. If you go below the video here in Twitch, if you're on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv GingerGM, there's a link below. You can get it, and it's only 50% off for 1 more day. And I think it's $40 for over, what is it? It's over 40 hours, something like that. $55 for 40 hours. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And it's a good way to support me as well. If you want to help me out, that's a good way, because you get something in return. If you don't want to donate, you get 40 hours of videos by going to the link given below and doing that. And that's a great way to help me. Okay, anyway, back to the game. So here, I'm hoping my attack is now going to start with this move. Pawn takes pawn. Now, what is my opponent trying to do? Well, he's trying to go queen here. And the problem is, if I go queen to f3, I think queen to g3. What's that ending like? Queen takes queen, pawn takes, and then king to f5. And my king should just come and take all his pawns. So I think I can play queen to f3, threatening checkmate. So let's go for it. Okay, next position. Adam has sacrificed the exchange now. That's an interesting idea. Probably a very good idea, because otherwise his king was very weak. So I'm going to take that, and we get an ending, which I think he's played this very well. It's a very clever idea by Adam. Okay, so this ending now, we'll have a look at. So Adam has taken here. His pawns are very good. He's got 2 pawns for the exchange. Adam's played very well, which I thought he would do, being a very strong player. Now, I can try and take this pawn. That's the only one I can see on offer. So shall we go for that one? Let's go for this one. I think we're going to try this. Now here I have to be very careful, because if I take the pawn, he will play b6 and then e6, and my bishop won't be able to control both pawns, but my king can control this pawn and my bishop this pawn. So my winning idea is to move my king. Weird. This is really weird. Really weird position. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's winning for me. I don't know if it's winning. Okay, so now we have this ending, and Adam is coming around to take this. He's playing very, very well. So king c3. Let's do that one. Because otherwise he's going to take that with check. He made a wise choice there, not taking my pawn straight away. Ask Dio Pay Questions said, I brought all your opening chess-based programs. That's very kind of you. Thank you for that. Like I said, this sale that's now going on, you know, in the link here, I think, okay, you've got 1 more day left anyway, or is that 1 more hour left of that sale, which is more stuff that I've done. So, you know, if you do want to support, it's a good thing to do. How do you like the GingerGM mini Patzer? Well, there's many. So I'm just trying to think about this position. What is happening here? What is happening in this position? I don't understand this position. How do I win this? Because if I go king e4, he goes e6. And then I'm not winning. So do I have to go for Zugzwang here? I think I'm going to have to. Okay, now this ending here, which Adam Raouf is playing against me, I prefer Adam's position here. Do I have a very crafty move, bishop h3? Because I don't like this bishop. Bishop takes h3, rook d5 check, king takes c4. I want to get rid of the bishops. My bishop is not very good. I'm going to go for that. I hope I haven't miscalculated. Bishop takes rook d5. That's my idea. Oh yeah, the artwork's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the artwork that's been done, I haven't included it now, is really, really good. So, you know, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you. So I'm just thinking how to win this. I think I can just come round and take this pawn. That's what I realised earlier. My king can come this way. That's the best way of doing it. Take that pawn. That is winning. That's the way to do it. Yeah, come and take the pawn like that. And then I can come back. And then I can take this pawn and this pawn. They will all drop. They will all drop. Yeah, thank you for the artwork, Chess Patzers Wells. I might have to get you... I might have to pay you to do some artwork for me. Oh no, I've lost. This is... Oh, I've miscalculated. Oh no. I forgot he has bishop e6 at the end. Oh no. Oh, that's really frustrating. That was a stupid blunder, which really easy to see actually. I think my brain has now gone. Oh no. Oh, that's very annoying. I'm annoyed with myself. Yeah, okay. I forgot after king here, king takes here, bishop e6, and now he's winning. Oh dear. And that is really annoying because I thought, you know, that just shows you when you think you're doing something clever and then all of a sudden you do something ridiculous like that. Can I? Well, I can win a pawn here and fight on a bit, but this is now a losing position because I've just dropped a bishop. Silly me. Okay, anyway, I'll fight on a bit. Okay, so let's have a look. Other games going on. We'll close that one down. This one, Chess Patzer from Swansea, who just resigned, actually. Did you just resign? I think you did. You played a very good game, Chess Patzer Swansea. A very tough game there. But this is now losing because my king can take this pawn and it can just take all the pawns. And then eventually it will come in and help queen that pawn. So it is a losing position. So thank you for the game there, Chess Patzer Swansea. And well, that was the checkmate there. So thank you for the game there. That was Chess Patzer YST. I don't know where that is actually, but I'm sure someone will tell me. So we only have now, well, thank you Chess Patzer France for the game. I got to a position where I was 2 pawns up. This was an interesting game. Chess Patzer France, I thought you played very well there for your rating, so well done. So now we just have Chess Patzer UK, lost as well. So is there only one game left? Is there only one game left? Is that right? Have I just closed down another game or something? I'm thinking there's only one game left. Okay, well that's it. So I'm going to try to fight this one out now. And I'm going to then show you the highlights of today's simuls. And it wasn't a win I had. It was a win from who wins 2 DVDs. If you are listening, Chess Patzer Spain, do contact me about them and I'll send them to you. But I think I'm going to resign this one soon because my opponent is 2100, 2200 in real life. And I'm very annoyed because I got this position. And I have to say, massive credit to Adam, my opponent, who after taking here, I think a lot of, you know, if you're rated under 2000 here, I think Black would have tried to hang on here somehow, and his king then would get in a very difficult situation. For example, if we just go back there, if you can picturize the position after king a5, king c3 threatens checkmate. So this move, rook takes c5, was a really good practical decision, and I just blundered later on with what I thought was a very clever move, but this was just a blunder of a piece. And the position at the moment, well, it is losing, and I probably will resign it soon. So when that's over, I do want to thank you all for tuning into this stream. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow as well, so I hope to see you then, tomorrow. And I will say one last time, because you know I'm a professional chess player, I need to make a living from it. This sale I've mentioned above, which you can see below, you can click on the link below. It's a great way to support me. You don't need to donate then. I get a cut of that money Okay, it's not as much as I like, but it's still a bit. 33%. That's quite not bad. If I can sell 10 copies of that, that's good. That's good. That's good money for me. So and you do get quite a lot on return. It's only 50% off for one more day. It's over 40 hours of my tuition. Should help you become a better player. I think what I will do in the future is do more of these simuls, because I have to say I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm probably the next simul I'll do in a week's time. I'll do a simul just against subscribers. So do check my streams this week, and if you are a subscriber to my channel here, which you can now do if you want to, I will do a subscriber simul. So everyone who's subscribed to my channel, another benefit that you can get is that I will basically do a simul against you, so you will get a chance to play me if you're a subscriber. I think that's fair. So I'll advertise that tomorrow or the next day after. And well, I'm going to play on a little bit here, but I think this is really quite bad. And a big shout out, not just to everyone who's watched this, but to all the chess patzers, I love that saying, who've taken part. So we got Blazer Row in the chat now, Chess Patzer Wales in the chat, Danger WTT, Chess Patcher Manchester is that. Thank you all for taking part. You know, in this simul basically. Thank you all. I see Side Chess Dealer. Yes, let this not be a single Simon simul. I mean, it's okay. Maybe a little bit more we can. Blaze Rose says, GingerGM, does that include donators in the simul next time? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, I think if you've subscribed to my channel or if you've donated to my channel, then yeah, sure, you can play me in a simul as well. If you've donated money, then I think it's only fair, isn't it, that you also get a chance to play me. So if you donated money to me in the past, or if you have basically subscribed, the next sim will be about you. I'll try to do it a weekly thing. I'll try to make it a weekly simul. I think that's all fair, isn't it? Is my opponent really going to go for a draw here? Is he going to go for a draw? Ah, yes. I think that was very kind on my opponent's part. Adam Rayouf, give me a draw. He's a very kind man. I have to say, you know, that Adam Rayouf, who's playing black, who's streaming as well. I'm going to give you all their stream links now if I can find it. I'm going to try to give you their streaming channels, because you guys should check out these channels. You guys should check out these channels. There you go. And Adam, who was probably streaming this as well, he's done so much of British chess. He's one of the biggest chess organisers, probably the biggest chess organiser in England, and he run lots of tournaments that I took part in as a kid that helped me become Grandmaster or International Master. So so he's been nice again to me here by giving me a draw. Now, before I do leave you, I think it's been a fun simul. I'm going to try to do one every day this week, so do the schedule below. I will post below when I know what's going on. But you can subscribe or follow my channel to get updates anyway. But the highlight, I have to say, was actually a game that I lost. And congratulations massively to my opponent, Chess Patzer Spain. And I'm just going to show you some highlights from that game. I got myself into this situation. Let me go back, excuse me. And around here, I played a very bad move. I played h6, and this allowed him to take and then play knight h5 when I have lots of problems on f6 and f7. What I should have done here, I should have certainly been more careful, but maybe this position's gone a bit wrong. I mean, what I should have done is play bishop e6. I need to get rid of this strong bishop. This bishop on a2 is so strong. Always try to swap off your opponent's good pieces. But later on, I just want to show you the finish to this game. My opponent finished in some style, and I thought around here I might get some chances. But my opponent now came with a great... Rather than defending passively, this is another thing that amateur players do. They defend too passively. You've got to try to defend as actively as you can. And that's what my opponent did. He went rook a1, and he must have foreseen that after this check, rook here, he now has forced checkmate. And if you haven't seen it before, then have a look now if you can find white to play and to force checkmate, all with checks. All with checks. And you can do that by playing check. Check. Now if I go king f6, rook f7, checkmate. So I have to go this way. And now there is this one coming up, rook g4. And that does the job. And one more thing I would like to mention is check out the Chess Patzers website. You can become a Chess Patzer as well. Join the community. I think it's a fantastic idea that they're doing. A big shout out to everyone involved with the Chess Patzers. And a big shout out to everyone who took part in this. Well done to Chess Patzer Spain. What a beautiful checkmate that he did on me there. Well deserved winner. He wins 2 DVDs from my company GingerGM. I'll be doing this again because I enjoyed it in about 2 weeks time for subscribers, for donators, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will mention at the moment one more time this link below. If you have a look by the donations, there's a big thing that says GingerGM Spicy Collection. You've got one more day to get that at half price. So if you want to support me, if you want to learn in my style of learning, which is fun, I hope, which is entertaining, I hope, which is interesting, I hope, which will actually teach you something, I hope, then buy the collection below. And I think it's a great deal. It's 40 hours. I believe it's 40 hours of videos. So I'm going to post up when I'm streaming next. I'll probably be back tomorrow. If you want to have more ideas of when I'm streaming, follow me, subscribe to the channel, and we'll do that, and you'll have an idea. Thank you again to everyone who's donated. Thank you again to everyone who has just been here joining in the stream. I haven't done any streams for a while, so it's good to be back. And thanks basically. So cheers. I'm going to go now. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, and thanks one more time. The simul I thought was pretty darn cool. I'll be doing it again. Thanks guys. Goodbye for now.